war has always been accompanied by death, injury, and destruction. Many city-states and countries have risen and fallen in wars, leaving their historical marks. The broken weapons lie in the sand and the iron is not yet destroyed is a true portrayal of the battlefield by ancient people. Today, let's take a look at some war relics that have been left in the natural world. The first image shows the wreckage of a British X-class mini-submarine from World War II lying in the Aberlady Bay. Aberlady Bay is located east of Edinburgh in the UK and is now a popular beach destination. The wreckage of the submarine appears at low tide, but it has been corroded and is of no restoration value. The X-class submarine's most outstanding achievement was the attack on the German battleship Tirpitz. However, the wreckage shown above was not lost in combat. It may have been brought here in 1946 for live fire training exercises and destroyed. Before it was destroyed, it was also used for soldier training and was a part of the combat sequence. The second image shows relics from a secret military base discovered by Russian scientists in the Arctic. Numerous documents were found, revealing some information about the base. It was built in 1942 and abandoned in 1944. The Germans established many secret bases near the Arctic during that time, which were generally believed to be for obtaining meteorological data to help German generals control the weather. The object in the image that looks like a shell may be a supply equipment, used for dropping off food, clothing, and other items to base members through aerial drops. The equipment in the third image may be familiar to those who are knowledgeable about World War II history. It is called a Schwellenpflug and was a special equipment used by the German army during the war to destroy railway equipment when retreating. The large metal hook was used to destroy sleepers and dislodge the railroad tracks. The fourth image shows a rust-covered armored weapon, a German-produced Sturmgeschütz III from World War II, equipped with a 75mm cannon. However, the Stu-G III in the image was destroyed in 1967 in the Golan Heights and was part of the equipment used by Syria, which had a number of old World War II equipment at that time. The fifth image shows a Renault FT-17 light tank with a somewhat complicated history. It was originally a tank developed by France during World War I. It continued to be produced for a long time after the war and was a classic tank of its generation. However, in the image, it is equipped with German markings and appears to be installed on a coastal area in Norway, possibly used by the German army as a coastal artillery battery during World War II. A P-40 fighter plane crashed in the North African desert is shown in the sixth image. The aircraft was originally scheduled for maintenance in June 1942 but went missing. It was not discovered until 2012 by oil workers. Due to the unique natural environment of the desert, the condition of the preserved aircraft is relatively good, but no remains of the pilot responsible for flying the aircraft were found. The wreckage of a sailing warship named Mars is shown in the seventh image, located underwater in the Baltic Sea. It was one of the few large ships at that time, equipped with as many as 107 cannons. However, the more famous it became, the more enemies it attracted. It engaged in battle with 3 other warships before sinking, essentially being gang-beaten. The eighth image shows a hidden entrance to a secret submarine base located in Boka Kotorska Bay in Montenegro, which is now abandoned. Judging by its size, it could only accommodate conventional submarines or small patrol boats with a small displacement. The ninth image, taken in a rather poetic setting, shows the wreckage of a World War II M4 Sherman medium tank, located in the waters off Saipan Island. It is obvious that the tank failed during the amphibious landing operation, but its thick armor was able to withstand the erosion of the sea for many years. In this somewhat poetic setting, a transport ship lies quietly. It was a Japanese military ship used to transport soldiers and supplies during World War II. At that time, the Japanese occupied the non-strategic Kisaka Island and stationed troops there. The American military then sent bombers to attack them, and the transport ship in the photo was one of the vessels that were damaged.